Hello, and thank you for joining us virtually today for the 2020 December pinning ceremony. My name is Christi Keffeler, and I'm the Director of Nursing here at Western Dakota Tech. Today, we celebrate this group of nurses as we welcome them into the respected profession of nursing. The pinning ceremony is a tradition that serves as a rite of passage that can be traced as far back as the Crusades of the 12th century. Over the years, the nursing pin became a coat of arms, eventually transforming into a design that represents the school from which the nurse graduates. In the center of our pin, you'll see Florence Nightingale's lamp, signifying the light of divinity, wisdom, intellect, and good works. Over the last 2 semesters, you've spent countless hours in the classroom, virtually and in person, lab and clinicals, and hours upon hours trying to make sense of all of the information. All of this work is to be commended. But if I may quote an unknown author, nursing isn't all about grades. It's about who we are. No book can teach you how to cry with a patient. No class can teach you how to tell a family of the death of a loved one. No instructor can teach you how to find dignity in giving a bed bath. A nurse is not about the pills or the charting. It's about being able to love people when they're at their weakest moments. Nursing is a calling, and not everyone can do what you do. Because you possess humility, integrity, compassion, and resilience. Yes, resilience. I believe the profession chose you. You have all proven to be resilient individuals, adapting, adjusting, accepting, and forging forward despite the challenges 2020 has thrown your way. For this, you have grown into individuals who can handle any situation with grace. 2020 is the year of the nurse. May 12th was Florence Nightingale's 200th birthday. Nurses, this is your time. Be heard, make a difference, be kind, and please don't ever forget this moment and why you chose to become a nurse. It's now my pleasure to introduce Donna Hanks, Western Dakota Tech's Institutional Technology and Design Specialist, for opening remarks. Thank you.
First, let me start by saying thank you. Thank you for including me in your graduation ceremony. It is a privilege for me to be here celebrating with you. What a wonderful opportunity we have to be able to celebrate in this way. We are living in a very complex time right now, and the profession you have chosen, the one you have worked so hard for, is a critical role in how we progress as a community. So for that, we thank you. A little bit about myself. My name is Donna Hanks. I am the Instructional Technology and Design Specialist for Academic Support here at Western Dakota Tech, and I'm also an instructor. I am not a nursing instructor, nor do I have a healthcare background. What I am, though, is a mother of a new nurse. My daughter graduated from nursing school back in 2019, so I was able to get a little bit of a glimpse of what it was like to be in your world through her eyes. Many a nighttime phone calls, talking through emotions, feelings, frustrations, and anxiety. But beyond that, and maybe even more importantly, I am a person living in this community who may very well be your patient someday. But because I lack nursing and a healthcare background, I wanted to get some perspective on what it takes to do what you do. So I did what most people do when they don't know what they know, and I Googled it. I Googled, why is nursing school so hard? And this is what I found. So in the privacy of whatever space you're in right now with whoever you're with watching this, I want you to give me a woohoo if you can relate to anything that I am about to say. The first item that came up was a quote, and it read like this: "Nursing school is more like having a baby. 9 months of nausea, vomiting, and sleepless nights culminate into one stressful event, and in the end, you wonder why in the heck you did this in the first place." As I read through the various articles, I realized there's no good way to prepare for nursing school. Because according to Google, this is what nobody tells you. You will pull all-nighters. You will experience burnout. No one teaches you how to take nursing tests. Every answer is correct. It's up to you to decide what is most correct. Care plans are the devil. You will have out-of-pocket expenses. You will become cynical. Your home life may become a train wreck. Relationships might end, but you will also make friends for life. How many of you saw this photo go viral on Facebook back in 2019? This is Katie Nixon. She is a labor and delivery nurse from Forney, Texas. Her twin sister, Laura, posted this picture to Facebook and said, in part, the following: "This pic is from a night back in July where she came to my house after a particularly hard day. She delivered a stillborn." Have you guys ever really thought about what a labor and delivery nurse sees? They see great joy in smooth deliveries and healthy moms and babies. They see panic and anxiety when a new mom is scared. They see fear when a static C-section is called. They see peace when the mom has support from her family, because not all new moms do. They see teenagers giving birth. They see an addicted mom give birth to a baby who's withdrawing. They see child protective services come. They see funeral homes come. Did you know that they have to make arrangements for the funeral home to come pick up the baby? I didn't know that either. And those were the words of her sister. And now, look at where we're at. We live in a world reeling with the pandemic, and nurses are our frontline warriors. You hear stories of nurses purchasing their own personal protective equipment, so it frees up money to spend on other healthcare workers. You hear stories of nurses living separate from their families so that they can take care of the sick. You hear stories of nurses becoming overwhelmed with the number of patients dying in their care, where they're not afforded the time needed to grieve or to make sense of their own emotions. And unfortunately, there are stories of nurses quitting the job they loved and worked and sacrificed so hard for, because the pressures and emotions of this pandemic have proven to be more than they can bear. I share this with you because this is the answer to the question. This is why nursing school is so hard. It has to be hard. That is the only way that we can prepare you for days like these. So now, as you embark on this next step in becoming a nurse, and on behalf of your future patients, we have some things we'd like to say to you. Thank you. Thank you for enduring this thing we call nursing school. Thank you for pulling the all-nighters. Thank you for grinding it out when you were on the brink of burnout. Thank you for answering questions the most correct way. Thank you for conquering your care plans. Thank you for all the sacrifices you made. And thank you for all the sacrifices your family made. Thank you for the tears you cried for the sake of taking care of us someday. And we also owe you an apology. We're sorry. We're sorry if completing nursing school was a financial burden on you and your family. We are sorry if completing nursing school made you cynical. We are sorry if completing nursing school wreaked havoc on your family life. And we're sorry if completing nursing school caused you to lose friendships. We are, though, humbly grateful for your service and hope that the lifelong friends you made are blessings to you. And we hope, as your future patients, that we can soften your heart if need be and give you peace of mind knowing that completing nursing school was worth it. So congratulations. We are so happy for you, and we are selfishly thankful for you, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Hey everyone. Okay, so first of all, don't mind the middle part of my tree. The lights stopped working and I just haven't bought new lights to put on it, so don't pay attention to that. I figured this was a better view than my kitchen or my living room or something. So anyways, first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations for making it to graduation day. This endeavor wasn't easy, and especially with COVID and being online last semester, it was hard, it was treacherous, and I know some of us probably wanted to hit a wall, a breaking point, and give up, but we stuck with it, and I'm so proud of you guys for that. I want to also thank you guys for helping out in class and outside of class in areas. If you were stronger in and someone wasn't, you jumped in, you helped them understand the content. If there was a section that some people didn't get, others kind of also jumped in and helped kind of break it down. We had Quizlets, we had study guides. There were a few angels in the class who made weekly assignment calendars and posted them for everybody to kind of help keep track of what was due and when it was due. And that was absolutely a godsend lifesaver, because I know with some of us having families and work and personal issues to deal with outside of school, sometimes it was just hard to keep track. So thank you guys for kind of keeping us all together. That was absolutely, you didn't need to do it, but you did. So thank you. Thank you guys for becoming friends instead of acquaintances. I know that when I first started the program, I didn't know one person at all. I had seen a few, if I worked in the hospital, I might have seen somebody else as a PCC, but I didn't really get to talk to them. So thank you guys for becoming more than acquaintances to me. You became friends. We talked outside of school. We had study groups together. That was wonderful, and I couldn't thank you guys more for that. You also stayed warm with open arms, which is very nice, just because I know sometimes it's a struggle to fit in, and you guys didn't discriminate against one person. I didn't feel like there was any clickiness. I think we all really came together very well. So thank you guys for that. I know we all grew personally and professionally as well as academically. In the beginning, I think we all kind of struggled just a little bit, but as time went on, and especially now looking back, especially with this last semester, we have all grown so much. I've heard great things about you guys developing wonderful bedside manner skills, which I know is a huge part of nursing. You guys have learned a lot. We've all learned a lot. It's weird to think that in the beginning, somebody could have said something about potassium and sodium, and I would just be like, yeah, potassium, bananas. And then that's all I would remember. And now I'm like, oh yeah, potassium, heart, that makes sense. Sorry, Susie, I know I could have explained that better, but I don't like speeches and I'm already flustered. So I'm just going to move on to the next topic, which brings me to thanking the teachers. You guys were absolutely tremendous throughout this whole thing. I couldn't imagine being in your shoes. That must have been absolutely horrible, and I know you guys didn't let it show. You could have been a ball of fire and clustered like I feel like some of the class was at sometimes, but you guys held it together, kept cool, calm, and collective. So thank you guys for being professional and teaching us to the best of your abilities, even when we couldn't be in your class. I want to also thank our families for standing behind us, because I know that we probably weren't easy to deal with at all during this last year. I know I probably wasn't. I cried a lot. My husband's probably sick of me. And I want to wish you guys good luck on the NCLEX. I hope you get the testing sites that you choose first, and I hope you get good time slots. I hope you guys end up moving on to jobs that are warm-hearted and fulfilling, and then they open their arms to you. You guys deserve nothing but the best, and I know that you'll get it. So thank you guys for everything. Good luck on your future endeavors. Congratulations for making it this far. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I hope to work with you guys in the future.
Hi, my name is Carol Matt, and I'm honored to have been asked to say a few words on behalf of our graduating class. When I started thinking about what I wanted to say in this speech, I was trying to think of a way to explain to people what nursing school is like, especially if you've never been through it, and a memory came to mind. My husband and I used to work with a retreat program for high school and college age students, and over the course of a weekend retreat we would have speakers. And an exercise that we used to do was to have 5 or 6 students come up front and take each other's hands and then hold their hands over their head for the duration of one talk, about 5 minutes or so. I don't know if you've ever held your hands over your head for 5 minutes, but it's hard. So we'd sit there and we'd watch this group up there, and after a while, pretty soon, one person's arms would start to come down and then they'd shoot back up, and then another person's arms would droop and they'd come back up. And in all the times that we did this, the groups were always successful. And the reason was because when one person was weak, the people around them were strong and lifted them back up. I thought that that was the perfect analogy for nursing school in general and our class in particular. We were there for each other in all of the good times and the bad. Our instructors were there for us. We'd wind up in their offices talking about what our fears were and sometimes shedding some tears. The important thing is that we all got through it together. Pandemic nursing school, as I like to call it, is kind of weird. We spent time online after spring break last semester, and then this semester part of our time was online. And we talked about how to some degree we felt a little bit robbed because we weren't all together in the classrooms like other classes had been, and how that maybe prevented us from getting to know each other as well as other classes had. I decided to look at it in a little different way. When we would do our online classes and those times where we had to turn on our cameras, we caught a little glimpse into each other's personal lives. We saw each other's homes and our study nooks, the places that we've spent a lot of time over the last 12 months. We saw each other's pets, new puppies, new kitties. We saw each other's kids. Sometimes they were right there. Sometimes they popped in unexpectedly. Our significant others would show up sometimes by accident or on purpose. Sometimes we just saw each other at our worst, after maybe just rolling out of bed after a long night of studying or even an overnight work shift. And the way I look at it is that it's a lot more intimate actually than had we all been together. And I think it brought us closer together as a class. There was a lot to making nursing school work for the last 12 months, and we have a lot of people to thank for that. First and foremost, I'd like to thank WDT President Dr. Bolman, her staff, all of the staff, the instructors at WDT, especially at the beginning of this semester. You made a promise to us that you would do whatever you could to keep us on campus as much as possible, as safely as possible. And you did everything you could to make that happen. And we know a lot of people took part in that. And for that, we're grateful. We're grateful that we were able to continue to use our state-of-the-art medical simulation center and our lab to practice our skills. And most importantly, to be able to have face-to-face time and lectures with our instructors. That was really invaluable. And we appreciate you keeping your promise and doing everything that you could to make that happen. To our instructors, I just want to say, we saw you not complaining, but working very, very hard to keep everything going the right direction. We know how much extra work it was to do voiceover PowerPoints for lectures instead of on live lectures. We know you also had an abundant number of emails and text messages from us and to us, trying to keep up with the ever-changing times and keeping us in our clinical sites as much as possible, and when that wasn't possible, to find different options for us and figuring out how to proctor tests. We just want you to know that all of your hard work did not go unnoticed, and we appreciate everything that you did. I want to thank all of my friends who are in medicine now, my nurse friends and my doctor friends, my PAs and my NPs, all of my former coworkers from Hospice House. I think you all knew I needed to go to nursing school before I knew I needed to go to nursing school. And all of the help that you gave me when I worked with you was invaluable. It prepared me, I feel, for nursing school, and I appreciate that. And to 2 very special hospice patients who made me promise to go to nursing school, I hope I made you proud. To my entire family, I thank you, but especially my husband and my kids. I absolutely would not have been able to do this without your support. I know I haven't been easy to live with for the last 12 months, and you haven't seen me much. But I appreciate that you kept food in the house and meals on the table and got the garbage out to the curb and appointments kept and shopping done and just everything that you did. I appreciate it so much. I promise that I'll be back to pitching in with everything next week after I sleep. To my fellow graduates, I really wouldn't have got this far without you. There's a saying, you don't need to see the top of the stairs to take the first step. I need to see the top of the stairs. And so those times when I texted people and said, tell me about this clinical that I'm going to tomorrow. What door do I go in? Do I need my computer? What kinds of things did we do? It's been a couple of years since I've been in school, and so I appreciate everyone helping me through it and getting used to being back in school again. When I was weak, you lifted me up, and I hope I did the same thing for you. Our arms are tired, but we made it. I'm so proud of myself and all of you, and I just want you to know that I would be happy to work with any of you on a team. So I wish you the best of luck as you sit for your state boards. I wish you luck with your job search, and I hope you all find jobs that are rewarding and fulfilling and make you want to get out of bed in the morning. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Chelsea Dupre. Tracy Wyman and I will be presenting the awards. I've had the privilege of working with these LPN graduates as one of their instructors. We are so very proud of your hard work. This is quite an accomplishment, especially considering the adversities of 2020. Speaking of adversity, this leads to the first award today. I would like to present the Phoenix Award. This is on behalf of Summer Bowling at Fountain Springs Healthcare. If you're not familiar with the lore of the Phoenix, it is a beautiful mythical bird fabled to sacrifice itself on a funeral pyre and rise from its ashes, symbolizing reborn idealism, hope, unparalleled beauty and brilliance. As such, this award symbolizes the hard work to overcome challenges and prevail, showing transformational growth in character, nursing knowledge, ethics, clinical judgment, mentorship, and empathetic patient care. This student has overcome the odds to rise from personal ashes in some difficult circumstances time and time again. Though she met challenges that could have stopped her from pressing forward, she did not give up. Instead, she used the adversity to make her stronger, a stronger student, person, and now nurse. Her willingness to keep going even when things did not go her way exemplifies the character that is necessary in nurses: tenacity, determination, and grit. I can think of no student more deserving of the Phoenix Award than Kendallin Wounded Face. Next, so many of our students could have received several of these awards. It is truly a duty of a nurse to be compassionate, and that leads to the next award of compassion. Compassion is the seed from which all nursing characteristics grow. It is what makes a good nurse a great nurse, and as such, we in the nursing field hold it in the highest esteem. The next student we honor has shown compassion in all elements of their life, to students, teachers, and family alike. But most importantly, they have the ability to make their patients feel at ease as soon as they walk in the room. I am privileged to share the recipient of the Most Compassionate Award goes to Hallee Hodges. Thank you so much for putting others before yourself. Congratulations.
Clinical skills are essential to nursing success and represent a culmination of knowledge and personal attributes that contribute to the delivery of quality patient care at the bedside. This next student has demonstrated fluent skill delivery and self-motivation and has been a positive role model for patient care to her fellow students and within the community. I'm honored to announce the award for clinical excellence goes to Katrina Burns. Thank you for sharing the spirit of an ideal nurse. For this final award, we honor another critical attribute of nurses, a genuine, willing, approachable spirit ready to listen and to educate. This next student has not only demonstrated all of the aforementioned attributes of clinical excellence with compassion, they have also become caring friends and resources for support and guidance to fellow classmates. I am proud to announce that the recipient for the honor of peer mentor goes to Carol Matt. Thank you for investing in your classmates as well as your patients. This semester, you have all overcome so much, and despite all the curveballs thrown at you, you have persevered. You have shown commitment and indomitable will as you have bravely resolved yourselves to the welfare of your current and future patients and continued forward in your vow to become a nurse. Whether you received an official award today or not, I want you to know that you each deserved one. And I'm so proud of how far you've all come. I cannot begin to describe how honored I feel to have guided you in this journey into the future and how bittersweet it is to release you into the world. But this world needs you now more than ever, and with joy and pride and full confidence in this class's talents, I bid you, my new nursing colleagues, change the world. May we meet again so I can personally shake your hands for doing what nobody else will or can do, becoming a nurse, becoming a hero.
It's my pleasure to read to you guys the Practical Nursing Pledge. Please repeat after me. Before God and those assembled here, I solemnly pledge to adhere to the code of ethics of the nursing profession, to cooperate faithfully with the other members of the nursing team, and to carry out faithfully and to the best of my abilities the instructions of the physicians or the nurse who may be assigned to supervise my work. I will not do anything evil or malicious, and I will not knowingly give any harmful drug or assist in malpractice. And I pledge myself to do all in my power to raise the standards and prestige of practical nursing. May my life be devoted to service and to the high details of the nursing profession.
On behalf of Kristen and I'd like to congratulate all of you for finishing this journey, even though all of the things that happened this semester, the pandemic, you all worked really hard. You all should be very proud of yourselves. We're very proud of you, and we just can't wait to see you out there in the community as nurses. For pinning today, I'll be announcing those that are being pinning and reading what the graduates wanted me to read for them. Sarah Block is being pinned by her husband, Tony Block. She says, I want to thank my mom for being a nurse I could look up to and inspiring my career choice. My husband for always supporting and encouraging all my crazy plans and dreams. Also my kids for adjusting to change and surviving this with me. Finally, my in-laws because we couldn't make it through life without them. I look forward to starting my nursing career and seeing where it will take me. Tristan Bowman. Katrina Burns. Katrina is being pinned by her husband, Timothy Burns. She says, I want to thank my husband for encouraging me to not give up, my mom for cheering me on all the way through my nursing school, and also my boys for being my motivation to push myself through the hard weeks. I plan to further my education and become an RN. Katie Charging Cloud. Lauren Fowler. Lauren is being pinned by her mother, Tracy Fowler. I would like to thank my wonderful family for being the backbone I needed through this experience. They are the reason I am the person that I am today. I don't know where I would be without the love and guidance they have given me. I look forward to starting my nursing career and doing what I am truly passionate about. Matea Gustafson. Alexis Bertzloff. Alexis is being pinned by her husband, Blake. I would like to thank my husband, Blake, for all his support and encouragement through this hectic year. I also would like to thank my family for cheering me on and providing motivation to make it through this program. I look forward to beginning my nursing career and caring for patients. Eventually, I plan to extend my education to become a registered nurse. Hallee Hodges. Hallee is being pinned by her husband, Jacob. I'd like to thank my husband first for being my backbone through this year. I surely couldn't have done this without you. I would also like to thank my family for their utmost love, support, and confidence in me to live out my dreams. I will practice as an LPN while moving on to receive my RN. Maybe one day be the neonatal nurse practitioner that I dream of. JC Killstrom. JC is being pinned by her children, Josie and Jessie. I want to thank my kids, for all the sacrifices they have had to make and stepping up to help mom. I also want to thank my mom for making her schedule work around my schooling, and my dad for always being my rock. I am excited to start my career in nursing. Matthew Krogman. Matthew Lindy. Matthew is being pinned by his father, Pete. I would like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me and never giving up on me. I would also like to thank my instructors and classmates who have all made this last crazy, hectic year into something that we can look back on with smiles and laugh at. I plan to attend Lake Area Technical Institute studying to become a registered nurse. Carol Matt. Carol is being pinned by her husband, Shane. I am so grateful to my entire family, especially my husband, Shane, and our sons, Tyler and Riley, for encouraging and supporting me through my classes. To all my friends in the medical field, thank you for pushing me to get started and then to keep going. And to one very special former hospice patient, I hope I made you proud. I am excited to begin my nursing career with Monument Health Dermatology here in Rapid City. Thank you. Nicole McDonald. Nicole is being pinned by her mother, Linnell. I would like to thank my husband, Ben, who has supported and pushed me to never give up on this journey. I would like to thank my parents, Linnell and Jeff McDonald, who have supported me and had faith in me to finish strong. I would like to thank my brother, Matthew, for helping me to stay lighthearted and keep me smiling when times were tough with schoolwork. Thank you to all the teachers that have played a role in my schooling. I appreciate you all so much. Carissa Munger. Carissa is being pinned by her mom, Carrie. I would like to thank my mom, Carrie, dad, James, and my boyfriend, Brennan, and all my instructors and classmates for helping me through these last 2 semesters by encouraging and motivating me. I look forward to pursuing my career and getting my RN through WDT here in the near future. Carla Parisian. Carla is being pinned by her grandma, Dolores Haley. I want to give a huge thank you to my mom, grandma, and my sons, Caden, Tanner, and Gunnar, for being my rocks, for helping and encouraging me pursue my dream. Thank you for always being there when I needed you. I also want to thank my friends for being my #1 cheerleaders. I appreciate each and every one of you and am truly grateful for all of your love and support. Tessian Peterson. Hannah Valentine. Hannah is being pinned by her dad, Jack Valentine. I want to thank my parents, Jack and Elena Valentine, and my mom, Lynn Valentine, for being my support, for being so supportive of me through everything. I would also like to thank my sisters for encouraging me to pursue this career. Lastly, I would like to thank the instructors for helping us through such a difficult time in our lives. I am eager to pursue my career in my favorite field and to continue my education to further my knowledge. Kindlin, Wounded Face. Danielle Uhas. Danielle is being pinned by David Uhas. I want to thank my family, especially my father, mother, and sister. Thank you for never giving up on me through this crazy journey of nursing school and for never doubting my capability of doing this someday. I would not be here today if it was not for your continued support and encouragement. Love you all.
Hello, I'm Ann Bolman, the president of Western Dakota Technical College, and I am honored to be here today to share some closing thoughts for our nurse pinning ceremony. First of all, I just want to let our students know that I am so grateful to you for choosing this profession. The shortage of nurses in our region and nationwide is severe, and nurses are a critical, irreplaceable part of healthcare for our entire community. The health of our communities, in fact, depends upon our nurses, and I believe the pandemic has brought much more attention and support to nurses in the field and to the need for more nurses into the field. I know that people are much more aware of the issues that arise when we don't have the number of nurses that we need to provide care for people in our communities. Second, I so appreciate our nursing students, families, friends, and support network. Our students could not do it without you. Nursing is a demanding field that combines both scientific and medical knowledge with a wide variety of physical and emotional skills. Thank you all for supporting our students through a time in nursing school that would have been challenging in any year, but needless to say, was particularly challenging during the pandemic. Third, I am always amazed at our outstanding nursing faculty. They are a strong group with diverse skill sets who have worked diligently through the trials and tribulations of the pandemic to provide exceptional nursing instruction. The results of their efforts will pay off as our graduates pass their licensing exams and enter the profession. Along with all of you, I depend upon our nursing graduates to be there for me and for my family members when we need medical care, whether it's routine care or for something that's much more critical. I know the high quality that our graduates will deliver, thanks to the exceptional effort of our faculty and the all-around commitment of everyone involved in the educational program here at WDT. I am so proud of you all for the compassion that you bring to this challenging field, as well as for the knowledge and skills you've gained in the program. Again, thank you to our students, to our family members and friends, and to our faculty members for your commitment. I am so appreciative to our students for the future healing work that you're going to be doing in our community. Thank you, and I hope that you all enjoy a safe but fun celebration today. We've certainly all earned it.